This is Matthew Jones again, and we're going to look at several tabs this time in Astra Schedule. We're going to look at the Resources, Events, and the People tab. There's less information under these tabs that you'll be using that often. We'll go into the Resources tab first. This will be the area where that you'll probably get the most use of out of for the average user. So we'll look at Rooms, because this will be the area you'll probably use the most. So we'll go ahead and click on Rooms. And as you can see, it has brought up some information here. I'm going to go ahead and remove a few options, and I'm going to click Search. This will all of our campuses we teach on. I've already have those selected. Now this brought up every room in all the buildings of those different campuses. It brings in hallways, offices, restrooms, any type of space that is reported off to the state for the Council on Post-Secondary Education reports is located here in Astra Schedule. We actually use Astra now as our CPE reporting tool, so it's very important that your data is up to date and correct. So I'm going to just pick a classroom here as an example and show you some of the features. This is in our Blakely building. This is Blakely Boom 106. If you put your mouse over this little square area here, a pop-up pops up. It gives you some information about the room. I've loaded some photographs in of most of the classrooms, and you can see what's in the room. We got an internet connection, we got a whiteboard, we got a mounted LCD projector, instructor for the computer. So I mean, it's nice to get quick information about a room. I'll go ahead and click on the room so you can see the actual room record. The same information in that pop-up box is here along with some additions. It has what type of classroom this is. It's a classroom lecture. It's got the sys key, which is useful for the CPE reports, a max occupancy, which comes probably from the fire codes, the room name, the room number, the square footage of the room, the description of the room, the campus it's on, and the building. There are some more room controls over here which are important when if you use this Astra to do scheduling of the rooms. You could tell it not to schedule a room if it was an office or a restroom, because you're not going to schedule anything in those. And that'll make some of the lists that are generated when you're searching for rooms smaller and make it complete the task quicker, because it's not going to search for rooms that can't be scheduled. Down here you'll see features that are in the room. These each semester I go through and check to see what has changed in each room and keep it up to date. This helps us locate rooms for different faculty members. If they want certain features, we can search for those features and find rooms that are available for them. The custom fields data down here, this is all reported off to CPE. This is the data that needs to be checked and maintained and made sure it's correct. So that was a large undertaking, make sure all of the rooms on campus, which included hallways, restrooms, loading bays, any room or space we had, all this data had to be checked. But now that that's done, it's complete. Unless a change is made, there's really no updates on that. But this is a basic room record. If you have the capability, which there will be at least one or two people on your campus who have the ability to edit things, I can click Edit. I could go in here and change anything now, but I'll just show you how there's different types of rooms. All these different types of rooms are on our master's list, so we can pick out, like if it was a auditorium, I could pick that. If it was an auto body room, I could pick that. I can go in and add and subtract features by clicking Add New Feature. It brings up this box here. You know, if I wanted to add anything, I could add it just clicking something, and then I could click Save, and you could add a feature. The room configurations, those are important as well. And every room has to have at least one default configuration. And this number here, capacity, that is the actual number of chairs in the room, so it's always important to keep that correct. So when you do optimization, you use the correct amount of seats in your room, so you find the rooms you want. So that has to be checked. So I'm going to cancel that, but that's a basic room record. And now I'm going to go back to Resources, the main tab, and show you there's buildings. All the buildings that your college controls, leases, rents, shares, owns are listed here. So it's got similar information as to the room record. I'll go ahead and click on the Blakely building again and just show you it's got similar information here. It's got the address, it's got other information here. Here's your user-defined fields that are reported off to CPE. So that's a basic building record. Those need to be kept up to date as well. Let's go back to Resources. We have regions. Regions are blocks of rooms basically that will be used in the optimization process. And let me pick a campus here real quickly, and I'll go to SMC North, search, and show you we've set up some regions here. So we've got a biology, anatomy, micro, physiology area, so we have 3 rooms in that. We have 1 room that's only used by communications. We've got computer labs. We've got rooms that are mostly used by the English department. This just helps when you do the optimization process. If you've got an area of your college that is normally used by, say, the business department, you could have them get first choice of the rooms during the optimization process. So that's why you set up regions. We've got equipments and services here. You can track equipment like equipment rentals, loaning things out, but that's in this area. We also have notification lists. This is used in your event area. Also, if you were going to rent out, say, a laptop, if you set up this area, it would show here that someone was wanting to loan out a laptop or to reserve a laptop, and it would show up there. So now I'm going to go to the Events tab. And here's your basic Events tab. The average user won't have much access on this tab. You can probably will only have view and manage your events. So if you had requested an event from your event coordinator, it would show up here in this list. I'll have a lot of things show up because I'm the college administrator, so all of our events that we have put in the system will show up. I'll just show you kind of how many we have. I'm telling it to display 200. And these are all of the events that are going on campus in the month of October. So as you can see, it's a lot of things listed. So your events person on your campus will have a lot of access here. The average user, not so much. You'll just be able to see events you have requested. I'll go to the People tab quickly. The People tab is where your events person and your other coordinators can change the roles of people in Astra. You can make somebody a customer contact if you're an event person, things like that. But it lists all of the instructors and customer contacts. So we have Roger Angevine, who's the dean of our technical area, listed here as an instructor and as a customer contact because he requests events occasionally. So when he requests an event, we can have him be notified by email certain things. That's why he's listed as customer contact. But all of your persons and your people that are instructors will be listed here. So those are those 3 basic tabs. The main one you will get the most use out of as a general user is going to be resources and under rooms. And like I said, it's a nice little tool. You can find rooms quickly. You can search similar to how we searched in the sections area. I can search for a building. Let's say I just want the Casey Center and the Cooper, and let's just search. And it's brought up the Casey Center, and it's brought up the Cooper building, and it's brought up every room in those. But let's say I want to search real quickly, and let's just do classroom lecture. Now it's only brought up lecture classrooms in those buildings. So there's the information about that room. Here's the information about the room in Cooper. So you can search for this just like you did in the sections area. But that's the basic resources tab, events tab, and people tab.